シキ、広い宇宙のどこかにマザーがいる。
マザ
ー？願いを何でも叶えてくれる存在じゃ。
シキの願いは何ですか？
たくさんの友達。
Oh, hell no. Y'all motherfuckers really let Hiro Mashima come back from the grave with this bullshit. Like, we already did our time with Fairy Tail. The fuck makes you think people want to relive that shit again? And after doing some extensive research, this shit ain't no different from Fairy Tail. Like, this is like Fairy Tail Part 2. And Hiro didn't even try to disguise it either. Like, these motherfuckers look exactly like the main cast from the previous show. The only thing different is that it seems like Nasu went on both sides of the fence. Once him and Lucy had that blonde hair girl, Nasu went straight over the grain and was like, yo, what's really good? Because that's my only explanation as to why the main character looks like Nasu in gray. You know what's the most fucked up part about all of this? Is that people are actually going to watch this. And if you do, go ahead. I won't knock you. It just goes to show how uncreative anime is nowadays, where they can put out the same exact shit with a different name and people will flock to it. Like, at this point, Naruto could just remake his whole series and just call it Saruto or some shit. That way we can relive the adventures of Saruto and Nasuke.
俺は宇宙で友達100人作る。決めたぞ。マザーに会いに行くんだ。
行くよ、レベッカ。準備はいい？冒険の始まりよ。
Alright, so basically this show is gonna be about a kid who wants to meet over 100 friends so that at some point when he faces off against a strong villain, he can do one of the world's greatest ass pulls and beat him in one punch. Like, bruh, Hiro Mashima doesn't fail with the cringe. He is the OG cringe. Like, no one does cringe better than Hiro Mashima. Oh hell no, they got Sting in this bitch too? Like, oh come on man, Sting is what made me drop Fairy Tail in the first place. Like, you really sure you wanna have Sting in your fucking series? I mean, he is a series killer.
私はホムラ、敵ではないゆえ。対機械用アンドロイドです。ピーノとお呼びください。
機械とかじゃねえ。友達だろ。
お前のために涙を流せる友達がいたら一生大切にしなさい。
シキはみんな友達だって言ってたのよ。
その涙のために戦え。
Y'all see this shit, right? They just foreshadow a ass pull. Do you realize what level of cringe you have to be in order to foreshadow a fucking ass pull? Only Hiro Mashima. Only Hiro Mashima can do some shit like this. This is why he's the GOC, the god of cringe. And then I don't even know if I can hate on him for this shit. Like, clearly he doesn't give a fuck because he created the same fucking show 3 times in a row and motherfuckers keep buying this shit. Like, it gets to a point where it's like, y'all motherfuckers is the problem, not him. But then again, with the amount of freaks out here, I don't know if y'all are really reading this shit because of the content or because of the fan service. Because we already know Hiro Mashima be going crazy with the fan service. You know, I'm still kind of fucked up over the fact that this series actually got a show. Like, who the fuck was out there reading Eden Zero, bro? Like, if you one of those people who was reading Eden Zero, you need to hit me up, alright? Because we need to talk, alright? With all the shit that's going on in the world, all the shit that the world can offer, whether it's PS5s, Nintendo Switches, Xboxes, different streaming services, all types of foods, you chose to read a fucking Hiro Mashima comic book. Knowing what you're gonna get yourself into. And y'all do realize that y'all are the reasons why manga creators don't want to be innovative nowadays, right? Because they see shit like this. They like, why come up with a fresh brand new story that I don't know is gonna be successful when I could just create a knockoff series and everybody will flock to it? Like, this goes back to what I said about Black Clover and Tabata. I would not be surprised at all if Tabata made Black Clover on purpose. He probably knew he knocked off a lot of shit, but he didn't give a fuck because he knew y'all stupid ass was gonna read the shit. Alright, bruh, if this is not a clear indicator that Hiro Mashima doesn't give a fuck, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is literally Urza. He copied and pasted Urza from Fairy Tail into Eden Zero, bruh. Only thing different is that Urza's in Jalal clothing. And now I guess they got the blue head chick, or what's her name? Wendy, doing Urza type shit with the little dual wielding swords and the little katana type skirt shit. Like, you know what I'm trying to say. And then they got Carla as the little robot. Like, bruh, I don't know what Hiro Mashima was on, but he should have just called this shit Fairy Tail Part 2. Why the fuck he chose to make this into a separate series even though he got the same Fairy Tail characters in this show? And this is not the first time he's ever done this. Like, he did the same shit with Rave Master when he created Fairy Tail. But look, bruh, I guess Hiro Mashima is just gonna Hiro Mashima.